Right, so, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Worldwide Wrestling Network, and what we wanted to do today is go over our applications and our rules for joining. It seems to be a little bit of confusion, or it could be that people just don't like to read, one or the other.
Or it could be apprehension.
Yeah, it could be apprehension. So we wanted, because one of the things that I want to do is I want to make sure that everything is out in the open regarding the stream and rules and everything that we're trying to do. Okay? And so we're going to go through the rules and we're going to go through the application to give you a better idea of what we're looking for so that you can, so that we can get the most out of your character, so that you can get the most out of your WWWN experience. So, the first thing...
For that matter, experience elsewhere,
right.
Helping develop your call.
So, our first rule is we have these rules. It's kind of like a contract. That's why it's important to kind of read it. And it's basically saying, by applying to the Worldwide Wrestling Network, you are first, A, accepting that the Worldwide Wrestling Network officials, that's me, that's Gary Hamrick 75, that's at Caprati, and any other mods, CritKnit, anybody who might be involved in what we're doing, have the final say on how your character is used and placed on the card. Now, we don't crap on anybody here, okay? We give everybody equal opportunity, but that doesn't mean that everybody is equal. We are going to do our best to showcase a character at a place and time where it should be showcased. And we will work with people to help develop character and story points that will help them build up and get used at a higher level as they grow within our brand. Okay? Typically, we like to start people out at the mid-card. Okay? Unless they want to start out as enhancement. Now, there are some special things with people that I've worked with other brands where we bring people in. And so it's a case-by-case basis. If you're a Caw and a Caw character that has been around for years and been in other different brands, you can make the argument to come in as upper or main event. Okay? But you've got to tell us that. We can't read your mind. We're not going to go, we can't go back and look at logs and years on Twitter or other forums. You've got to be open about how your character has been used and where you think that places you on the card. For example, James Omega. I'm not meaning to call anybody out, but James Omega, he wanted to be a mid-card talent. And I said that's after looking at his application, I was like, you would be so much better utilized as an opener. That opens you up to being in the Young Lions division where your character will be a featured act. Okay? And instead of being lost in a mid-card kind of shuffle, which does exist in our world, it does kind of exist, because we have titles that are just they're there and they're important, but not everybody can be a top contender for a title at one time. Okay? And so, after talking with him, and hold on.
You have a thing on that.
Okay.
Well, I was going to say, even if they're not the top contender for the title, they may have a
story. Definitely.
In that contention.
Definitely.
So
now,
there are advantages to being an opener.
And a mid-carder. Yes. And now, Part B, accepting that the Worldwide Wrestling Network is a story-based stream, and we're using AI versus AI settings. Guys, this is something that myself and I am constantly tweaking to get the best out of the bars, the game, and the attributes. Guys, every attribute, every personality slider, every option slider means something in the game. A lot of people, unless they've been in this game with Call for a long time, they don't get that. And so every slot, or they don't care. Yeah. And guys, every slider means something. And so when we try to do our attributes, we're attempting to build things realistically. We're attempting to build realistic matches in a way, in matches that we enjoy. Gary and I enjoy matches that are going to be at least, 10 minutes long, right?
Yeah,
okay.
Roughly 10 minutes. There are exceptions.
There are exceptions that go longer, but we like to see.
There's also a few things that go shorter. But
okay, but we like to see. We like to see legit competition. Okay, we want to simulate legitimate competition, and so that's where things come in with attributes and stuff like that. Also, C. You are responsible for communicating potential ideas for your call to the WWN officials through the proper channels, either through Discord, through the Twitter feed, through Facebook group. And as we get more people who utilize Facebook, I may be a Twitter group. Twitter, we might be creating a locker room in Twitter so that we could discuss ideas as a group. Okay? D. Attributes and movesets may be tailored to fit storylines in the WWN card. This is where our overalls come in. Okay, what these overalls are suggestions. Okay, they are cutoff points. Okay, the main event overall is 90. No call in our division, in our brand, will ever be over 90. Okay? Does that mean that every main eventer is a 90? No. Okay? So 82.
As a matter of fact, 80, I can only think of one person on the roster who is going to wind up close to that 90 mark this year.
What we're saying is that 83 to 90 is your main event level character. 83 to 90. Okay? Upper card. The cutoff for upper card is 82. Anywhere between 75 and 82 is an upper card wrestler. Okay? Mid card. Anywhere between 67 and 74 is going to be our mid-card. Opener, anywhere between 59 and 66 is our opener or Young Lions division. And then enhancement talent, which we do have enhancement talent. We hope that we might even get somebody who applies to be enhancement talent, because I would love them forever if they did it. Okay.
As would I. And I mean.
And so, but basically,
the thing with that is you might not always be enhancement talent.
Right.
So,
right. But
Barry Horowitz got an angle.
But you see, the thing is that anywhere from 0 to 58 is our top tier enhancement. So some of you are looking at this and they're going, well, these overalls are really low. How is an enhancement talent ever going to compete with a main event? That's the point. Enhancement talent isn't supposed to compete with main event. Enhancement is supposed to compete with other enhancement and openers and mid-carders. Okay? Mid-carders are supposed to compete with upper card and main event and other mid-carders. Okay? So there is a hierarchy for this. Now, Gaz, go.
I was going to say, one thing I want to point out on the mid-card thing. The default rating last year, and I think it's been this way every year, the default rating on the WWE E2K games call creation has been either 70 or 75.
I think 70 or 70.
75.
I think it was 76 this year.
Okay, I was thinking it was in that range. So basically, what we're saying is, if you don't touch your stats, you will wind up a mid-carder default. Pretty much.
Right.
So we're encouraging people to. We want to encourage people to really think about their character and their character's stats.
Right.
And what those mean.
And now, we're going to do we'll get into that in a minute, and we're also going to do a separate video regarding attributes at a later time. Overalls with tag teams, that's going to be between 72 and 81. That is the tag team overall, okay? That is for our tag team division, okay? So your team overall cannot be over 81, okay? And it shouldn't be lower than 72 if you want to be competitive as a legit tag team.
It depends. To answer your question, Xbox not. It depends on the character.
Yes, it depends on the character. It depends on what you're trying to do. If you just, let me give you an example. If you just want to come in and have fun, see your character on stream, and have that character be shown on stream, win, lose, or draw, I could recommend saying start out as an enhancement. If you want to see that character be a bit more competitive, start out as an opener where we can feature you in the Young Lions division.
And I'm gonna do a step further on that. Okay. Because you and I have gone back and forth with this in the past.
We have.
If you have a character who you're just creating this character, you are still developing ideas for this character.
And it's brand new.
By all means, put him in as an enhancement, and let us help you in the Discord come up with the logo work, come up with ideas. I mean, this community that we are aiming to build is more than happy to help people with ideas for their character, direction for their character.
Movesets.
Movesets, design work, attributes. We are more than happy to do that. Isaac and I both have been doing call work for over a decade.
Yes. Thank you for the question. Xbox.
Yes. But yes,
is that Nuragi? I think it's Nuragi.
Oh, it's Nuragi. I'm sitting back away from the screen, so I couldn't tell if that was Nuragi or not. Okay. I apologize on that.
Now,
wow.
Also, if a character, when we're doing a storyline, we might rotate a character out and use it as essentially as a injury angle. That's really the only way that we can do injury angles. It's basically to make a character kind of disappear. Okay? And so that is what we're attempting to try to do. We're trying to make this and run this like a real wrestling promotion. So, some basic rules. We want our people to be active. We want people to be active in stream. So that means that we want people to actively be in chat. Okay? And so this is one of the rules that for me to actually become a part of the roster. Okay? Basically, you need to get the equivalent of 750 tickets. That's our stream currency. Okay? Or up to 12 hours of stream time. Now, hold on a second. You're saying, well, I don't have that. I can't apply. Yes, you can. You can apply. And what we'll do is we will start to feature you when you reach that regular status. Okay? And... Go ahead.
Quick question for you.
Yes.
Because we are going to have two different setups in our channels. You have your bot that is doing the tickets. I haven't even set up currency in my channel yet.
Right.
On my bot. Because I'm a slacker. So
when you get your...
I've got regulars, and I'm going to keep track of who the regulars are in my channel.
Yeah.
I will eventually have the currency. But generally speaking, even if you have activity in both of our channels, we will figure out a way to make it up to you to where it is at 12 hours of time or 4 active chats.
Yes, we will make good so that we want you to be involved, okay?
Yes.
But this is kind of a way to help people to make sure that they are going to stick around and not just be around for their character. We're trying to build a community and build an investment. We're trying to get people to be involved with everybody's character, to be involved with the brand and with the story, okay?
Yes.
We also would like you to be a Twitch follower. That helps so that you can see when we go live. Also, this should be a no-brainer, but sometimes we have to spell it out to people. All of the calls in the Worldwide Wrestling Network are original characters. And so all potential characters must be original creations. Okay?
As a side note on that, we are very strict on this. However, we have made exceptions.
Yes.
Where we have an indie character. We have made who was it you did last year? Josephus.
Yeah, I mean Josephus.
And then we did Randy
the Ram Robinson. Yeah.
And we used them on a couple of
shows. Yeah.
Just to promote that we had made the character.
Right.
Now, having said that, there is a person in the game this year who I am very close friends with, who, unless we do it in an exhibition match, we will not use her on the thing. But, you know, I'm good friends with her. I'd love to do it. She's a Twitch streamer, but we're still saying no.
Right.
Because she is active WWE/NXT talent.
Right. And our target rating, and this is for characters, our target rating is a PG-13 to TV-14. We can be edgy, but we can't go hard R or rated X. You're not going to hear me cuss a lot on stream. So that means keep that in mind if you have a call that exists in another universe. Keep that in mind with logo work and stuff like that, because we'll be nice about it, but we'll call you out on it too. Fantasy, horror, and supernatural gimmicks are allowed, but they will be scrutinized. We will ask you questions about the character so that we can better understand what the character is. We want clarity, official clarity. Checking right now. Okay. I have not set that up yet, but that is a very good question, Xbox Naragi, and that is potential something that I can do. That is potential something that I can do. Because I can just link that with the chat bot.
Yes, and in addition, I will be streaming once I am able to resume full-time streaming, which I'm on disability. I'm on disability SSI. My aim for my Twitch channel is going to be a lot more extensive than what Isaac does. Isaac has a full-time job as a teacher. So, I mean, my activity in my stream, this is why I brought up the thing earlier. Activity in my stream is definitely going to count toward it. As well as presumably activity in the Discord once we get that fixed up.
Yes. Let's see.
That's something that we are working out the kinks on.
Right.
But yes, it should help and count
and people who follow and people who sub and people who host and stuff like that, they get boosts. They get bonuses for to get to that regular status. Um,
We try to get people there as quickly as we
as
can
possible.
if they
Yes.
are present and accounted for.
Now, I hate having to have this rule, but it's something that I need to put out there. Wrestling fans know what a trash bag wrestler is. Okay? A trash bag wrestler is a wrestler who is basically taking the gimmick, the look, the gear, or the appearance of another wrestler who's more well known and trying to do it better, trying to do their own thing with it. Okay?
You have to describe your character as a Dolph Ziggler light, or a Seth Rollins light, or a Jeff Hardy light.
Okay?
That is a trash bag. That is an
Yes.
example of trash
Okay?
bag wrestling.
Now, that doesn't mean that you can't take inspiration from a existing wrestler. Shining Simon Sullivan is Macho Man Randy Savage meets David Bowie. Okay? There is a clear inspiration there. Okay? Michael Maverick is Dusty Rhodes meets Mike Awesome. Okay? There is a clear inspiration. Okay? But what we want...
Gaz Corvin is a mixture of Roddy Piper, and Jake the Snake, and I'm actually trying to incorporate some more light heavyweight guys into him because of the direction we have been taking the character over the past year.
And so, basically, we want people to use original ideas, and that's why we're trying to build this community, to help new creators, to help people develop their characters, so that eventually they could go to other places and have a fully developed idea and potentially bring people back. And we completely understand, okay, wanting to do a character that looks and has the gear like Seth Rollins. But if you're going to do that, let us help you make it your own, okay? Let us help it make you your own.
That's very important to us, and we hope it's important to you, the viewer.
Okay. We also have to have characters that have a clear gimmick, okay? There has to be something that is clear about their background, their personality, that we can use.
Even if it's something that develops over time.
Exactly. The creator must accept the terms and conditions of the WWWN, which is basically these rules. Also, keep finishers and signatures in your moveset to a minimum. Basically, we have people, and we've all seen it in online and in online fights, where people make movesets that are all finishers. Okay?
I'm guilty of this personally, but I've never done it in online play.
Right, okay? We all have seen somebody use the curb stomp as a standing strike, and then use the curb stomp again as the side middle attack, okay? We want to keep that to a minimum. We're not banning it, okay? Because Gaz and I are both of the philosophy that they're just moves, okay? But if we've got somebody who is using nothing but finishing maneuvers, we're going to have a conversation with that person about their moveset, and we're going to try to police that before it gets on stream.
And I'm also of the philosophy on movesets. I am very much of the Arn Anderson school
pick a body part.
Working a body part, and if you know what your finisher's going to be, come up with a variety of things that work that body part. Not just finishers that, I mean, you can, if you have a finisher, multiple finishers that work different body parts, what's the point?
Right. We've got Naragi asked the question, old school Randy Savage. So let me address this real quick. If you mean by old school Randy Savage, like WWF Randy Savage, like Pink Trunks Macho King Randy Savage, yes, okay, we can work with that. If you're talking about Memphis era Randy Savage, we can work with that.
If you're talking about Memphis era Randy Savage, I will fall down at your feet and bow.
Okay.
Because I don't know anyone who goes that far back.
If it's WCW Randy Savage, we already got a guy, but he's going in a different direction, so we can work with you. We can definitely work with you. So, hold on a second. Now, let's get to our next rule. Submissions. Okay? With submissions, you can have a submission as a signature or a finisher, but not both. Okay? So, if you're trying to make a submission artist wrestler, you can have all the submissions that you want in the moveset. Okay? But you can't have a submission that's a signature and a submission that's a finisher. It's the submissions are way too OP in this game to do both. Custom music is allowed. We are going to be creating a Discord channel where people can post their YouTube link of their custom theme. And we'll do that by character. And what that will allow me to do is to clip and add sound effects so that we won't get caught by Twitch for using music. We've got a couple of banned moves, Powerbomb and the Boston Crab, King of Swing, Rolling Cutter 3, Sliding Knee, the Skull Tap, and the Suplex to the Outside. The reason that they're banned, it's not because they're not cool moves, it's that they are glitched as hell, okay? When you use them, they don't lose the finisher. And so, you can do the Powerbomb and the Boston Crab, and then, because it's glitched, you can go right into your finisher, and you've just basically hit two finishers. And so, by agreeing to the terms and conditions, you're accepting that the character is going to be shown on stream, that the characters are not on an equal playing field, and no character will ever be at 90 overall. You're also accepting that people who subscribe will have a little more influence on booking decisions than non-subscribers because they are supporting in a different way. Okay? We also follow a no drama rule. Okay, you got 3 strikes and then you're out. The first strike is warning. Second strike is a suspension. The third strike is an automatic release or a month ban depending on the situation. We will allow for updates. The hashtag that we want people to upload under is the WWWN hashtag. And we're only going to allow updates twice per season. This is to cut down on logo use. Okay?
Even though they are improving the logo solution utility with 2K19, we still have so much logo work that goes into cause. We have to put that limit on there.
Right. And the other thing that is that, and Byron X12 and I went back and forth on this last night. Guys, we will, with the updates, that's not a hard and fast rule. We'll work with you. Okay? If you have new designs and new work and new things that you want added, we will work with you. If you are thinking about changing your moveset, we'll work with you. Okay?
The moveset thing's a lot easier to do than attires.
Right. Okay? Now, basically, when you hit yes, this will let you go into and complete the rest of the contract. Okay, so the first... What?
I'm going to give you one more chance to be polite in chat before I time you out. Okay. Basic skills. I mean, WWE is dead, but we're not talking about WWE. Yeah. We're talking about a game called WWE 2K18 and the game 2K19 that is coming out in about 12 days.
Yep. So basically...
I mean, please... just try to be cordial in chat. Thank you.
Now, guys, so basically the background information, none of this is required except the Twitter handle and the Twitch handle. Okay? Basically, that's so that we can contact you. Okay? So that we can send you information about the Discord and stuff like that. So, the Facebook name and the real name, if you would prefer, just refer to your Twitch handle or your Twitter handle. That's cool. Okay? They're not required. Okay? But we do need to have your Twitter handle and your Twitch handle so we know who's in chat and who we're communicating with. Now, that brings us to the epically well thought out and well designed Google form. So, first, call name. Basically, tell us what is the name, including the nickname of your call. So, if I was filling this out for Shining Simon Sullivan, it would be Shining, in parentheses, Simon Sullivan. Okay? If it was for Michael Maverick, it would be The Last Marshal, Michael Maverick. Okay? Now, what the first question is, why do you want to be a part of the Worldwide Wrestling Network? That is the personal question for the call creator. Okay? That is, hey, basically, why do you want to join? What are you trying to get out of your experience with us? Okay? And we can work with people who have different goals. If you put down that I just want to win a title, that's going to be a little okay? But if you are telling us that you're trying to get more exposure, or you want to join a community, or you want to be a part of something, or you want to help us grow, or whatever,
Here's something
okay?
else to say on that.
Yeah.
Saying you want to compete for a title.
Yes. Different than saying that win a title. Okay? And so just think about, as a creator, what you want to do as a part of this overall project. Because this is a project. It's not just a stream. This is a project that we want to get people involved with. The next question is, why would your call want to be a part of the Worldwide Wrestling Network? So this is asking you to get into your character's mind and give us some reasons. Give us a paragraph as to why this character would want to join this organization. What is attracting this character to this promotion? Why would they sign a contract? Then we...
this will
go ahead.
Help us decide on storylines and opportunities for your character.
Yes. Okay. Then it's the $1 million question. What level are you expecting to perform at? Okay. This doesn't mean that we're going to approve you at that level. It's just basically saying, hey, where do you think you belong? Do you think your character belongs at enhancement, opener, mid-card, upper, or main event? Okay? Now, this is basically saying, hey, what's your position on the card? If you tell me main event, you better have a good story and a good background and a good history to back that up. Okay? And
the thing on main eventers, and we mentioned this earlier, if you're expecting to be a main eventer, we're going to be expecting that you have experience and exposure in other
promotions.
Original call promotions.
Yes. And so, now,
just to troll a little bit here on my own, I don't care if Ninja applied, we're not putting him at main eventer. Fair enough?
Yeah.
He's Ninja, but we're still not gonna put his call at main event. We're gonna start him.
He'll be mid-card.
At least.
Yeah. Okay. Now, then we have our divisions. Okay, our divisions that we have. Okay, and thank you, Evil King, for trying to help out there in chat. So we've got our main event, which is the Worldwide Wrestling Network Heavyweight Championship. We've got our Junior Heavyweight title, which those two are our major titles. The Heavyweight and the Junior Heavyweight titles are our major championship titles. Okay, we've got our Tag Team division, and the which is a separate in unto itself. Okay, we don't want tag team wrestlers all that often in the mix with the main event or the mid card. We want tag team wrestlers to be tag team wrestlers. Now, we get it. Things change. Okay, concepts change.
We've had that
Okay,
happen.
we've had it happen.
That happened with ours. I mean,
Okay, and so
Montezuma Cortez and Bigger Grim.
Okay, we get it. Okay, but as it stands for 2K19 and how things go, we want tag team participants to be tag teams. Okay, our mid card titles are the On Demand title, the Brass Knuckle Championship, and the Young Lions Championship, and that's broken up into different divisions. And our women's division is the Glow Crown title, the Young Lioness division, and the WWWN Women's Championship, which is our overall women's championship. Okay. Gary is exactly right. There is no definite advantage on getting a story. Okay. It is just dependent on what we're doing right now, because for every character as much as we can. That's why we're having 2 different divisions. That's why we're having 2 different brands, so that we can tell stories. And also, the best thing about it is people who are coming in now, people who are coming in and sending in an application and stuff like that now. They're going to get more of an opportunity in the first 3 months of the show to get featured, okay? Because that will give us time to actually talk to the person and make plans with them, okay?
And I'm gonna springboard off of what Nura Agi just asked. We did not put this on the application, but people can, if they want to make a tag team, if one person wants to make a tag team, I think
we're open to it. Yeah.
Yes,
we do have it. We have a 2-call limit.
Creating both characters on a tag team.
Yeah, we have no problem with that, none whatsoever. Okay, so then we're getting into the personality portion. Describe your character's gimmick. Give us a good paragraph about what this character is like, okay? Give us a good idea about what this character does, what his personality's like, and how that's going to come forth in the ring, okay? Tell us a story about that gimmick, okay? Describe your character's backstory. Now, this is where history comes in, okay? We get it. There are people who have been in call for years. We get that there have been promotions that have been around for years. So if you're a character that's in the upper mid-card or the main event and you've held titles in other places, tell us those stories, okay? Now, don't just give us a title history, okay? We can't do anything with that. Tell us those stories as best you can. There's no limit in this application. Take the time to give us something that we can do, okay? Something that we can use that we might be able to latch onto to pair with characters within our organization. Then we want a 1-paragraph summary of your character to feature in chat, okay? It can be exactly the same as your gimmick description, okay? But we need something that is 580 characters that we can feature in chat, so that when we queue up your music, we're giving you a little bit of a description so that people in chat can know who you are. So we're not having to explain completely on stream who everybody is. Okay? We're still going to do that. We're going to do the storytelling. But this is something that is different that no other organization does. We want to give a short tail of the tape of your character so that people will understand who that character is at their entrance and when their music hits. Now, this is the part where people started getting confused. Okay? Explain your character's wrestling style. It says select 1 and up to 3. Use the other feature if needed. Okay? So in this, we have got lot of different styles in different forms of professional wrestling. Okay? So, the American style is basically your sports entertainment style. It is a good style for people that are wrestling in the what was wrestling in the 70s, 80s, and early 90s. Okay?
Yes.
The WWF wrestling style. Okay? Orthodox. Orthodox is your basic wrestling style. Okay?
Your basic amateur.
No. Amateur's a different thing. This is your basic, not necessarily the sports entertainment wrestling style. This is what we would see on the indies or the anywhere besides the WWF style. Okay? Power and Crush. This is your monsters, your power wrestlers, your road warriors, your ultimate warriors, your guys who are your Goldbergs, your Brock Lesnars, your guys that are going in, hitting hard, hitting fast, and trying to get the job done as quickly as possible. Okay. You alright?
Yeah, I'm fine. I
Okay.
just was trying to do something off camera.
Okay. Then we have junior style. We call this junior style because it's also the Japanese strong style. Okay? Because so much has been adopted into this kind of style. This is the catch-all style for any Japanese style wrestling or the modern wrestling independents. Okay? Orthodox focuses on wrestling and holds. Okay? Junior does wrestling, holds, a little bit of high flying. It's the catch-all for the flippy shit movement. Okay? If your character is a striker and strong style and does flips, it's the flippy shit junior style. Okay? Just, I'm putting it out as it is. Okay?
Right. Well, I mean, I wasn't going to mention Will Ospreay by name.
Right. Okay? Because Will Ospreay isn't just a high flyer. Will Ospreay is a technician.
I mean, used to the flippy shit.
Right. Okay? The luchador style. This is classic Lucha Libre. A lot of people think that Lucha Libre is high flying. It is not. It's pins and submissions, and it's very technical with a mixture of junior heavyweight, okay? With the strikes, with a little bit of the flying technique, okay? Giant. Giant is your Andre the Giant, your original Giant Big Show, your big lumbering monsters, okay? Your Great Khali, Big Daddy V, Mark Henry, at the beginning of his career could fit into this description, but later it is Haystacks Calhoun. Okay, Panther. Panther is a Japanese style wrestler with training in both striking and grappling. It is named Panther because it is based on one person. Who is that person, Gary?
You're saying Panther, and I'm automatically thinking Tiger Mask.
Tiger Mask. Original Tiger Mask. Sayama. Okay?
Original Tiger Mask.
And so, this is
now, having said that, though, a lot of people have been influenced by
yes. This is
what is largely considered a lot of the Japanese strong style.
Right.
It doesn't go into their junior heavyweight.
Right. Exactly. Okay? Then we have our vicious style. A vicious style is a combination of a striker and a submission artist. Okay? It's somebody that is going to try to put you down with strikes and either knock you out or tap you out. Okay? There's also a bit of a it's not really brawler, but it's more of a inflicting pain. Okay? That's the vicious style. The wrestling. Wrestling is the amateur wrestler who is untrained in professional wrestling. Kurt Angle at the very beginning of his career. Okay? Kurt Angle just stepping into a WWE ring. Okay? So, this is a person who's going to be very technically skilled, but isn't going to be exactly a showboat. Okay? Mysterious. Mysterious is built based on a few people. The Great Muta, Tajiri, who else? Who are some other examples I get? Great Kabuki, Hayabusa.
That's the guy I'm thinking of.
And so this is a person who is a heavyweight, who is agile and can do flips, but is also very technically skilled. Okay?
And also another thing on this, I mean, it doesn't have to be literally mysterious in nature.
No, it's basically...
But it's who we came to mind when we thought of it were guys like Muta, Kabuki.
Right.
Some of those people.
The reason it's called mysterious, it's basically meant to be a heavyweight guy where you go, how the fuck did he do that?
The guy that I was thinking of wasn't Hayabusa, it was Hakushi.
Yeah. Okay. Shooter. A shooter is our all-around MMA fighter. Okay? Strikes and submissions. Ken Shamrock. Okay?
Even though Ken Shamrock was trained as a pro
yes.
wrestler, he still largely stylistically was a shooter.
Okay.
Same thing goes with Dan Severn.
Right. High flyer. This is going to be where people, they focus on agility, speed, and diving. Okay? Most of their moves are not about grappling. They're not about punches and kicks. It's about using their speed and agility against a bigger opponent. Okay?
I'm gonna slightly disagree on the kick stuff because a lot of the high flyers tend to be known
to lead their feet.
Kicks.
Yeah.
For using their feet.
Right.
Because you get the speedy kick stuff that like X-Pac did.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Brian uses a lot of speedy kicks, but he's not a high flyer.
Not anymore.
But you get a lot of guys who are known for their speedy kicks that are often high flyers.
Right.
But I mean, they're known for that offense.
And that's because a lot of them are influenced by the Panther style.
Yes.
Now, striker. Now, guys, notice that we don't put anything, and there's one that we left off. We left off extreme.
Yeah, we did.
I'll have to add that.
We skipped over it up there.
Okay. Let's see.
We skipped over. It was above.
Oh, okay. Let me go back. Guys, extreme is the hardcore style. Okay? It's a brawler who's looking to do damage through cheating and weapons. Okay?
Or environmental offense.
Okay? Back to striker. Your striker it's not necessarily a punching striker or a kicking striker. It's either. It's a person that is proficient at hitting shit. Okay? Either hitting with punches or hitting with kicks.
Very good example of this is Finley in his later days.
The Undertaker during his American Badass phase. Steve Blackman.
Yeah, Steve Blackman. I would say.
Yeah. Jerry Flynn.
Ernest the Cat Miller.
Ernest Miller, but he would have been mixed with American style, but yeah.
Ernest was a mix
Yeah.
of striker, American style, and even a little bit of high flyer.
Right. Ground.
Some of his stuff.
Okay. Ground is your catch style wrestler. Okay.
Which I am very much a fan of.
Okay.
So.
It is different than a submission artist, even though ground and catch sometimes go together. Okay, but catch, ground, catch, submit sometimes go together. But basically, this is somebody who is going to try to pick somebody apart without ever letting go of them. Their goal is to never let go. Okay. And then submission. This is somebody who is out there, who is going to try to make a person that submit with various holds. Daniel Bryan in his Ring of Honor run, was a submission. Okay, Shayna Baszler.
And I think what we're going to get in 2K19 with Showcase Mode and Daniel's appearance as Bryan Danielson on Velocity is going to be that submission artist, Ring of Honor era Daniel Bryan.
Right.
That's what we're hoping for.
Okay. Now, is your character a face, a heel, or can work either way? This doesn't matter. All this does is influence where we put you in storylines. Are you a good guy? Are you a bad guy? Or are you a tweener? Can you work both ways? What is your home brand? Okay. So I'm going to delete Crossfire because Crossfire is not going to be a home brand. That's going to be an everybody brand now. Now,
having said that, if somebody is going to pick Crossfire, to me that tells me they're not particular on what brand they're going to wind up on.
Right. And so basically, the brands you can choose from are Monday Night Melee, Cyclone Saturday Night, or our Glow division. Okay, and while the women will be featured on both Monday Night Melee and Cyclone Saturday Night, they have their own show. They have their Glow division.
Here at WWE, our women's division has their own show.
Okay. Also, I want you to tell me what your character's signatures are, the names in game, and what you call them. Okay? What are the gimmick names? Okay? For signatures and finishers, and even some of your strong grapples. Okay? If they are trademark moves. Okay? And then we have our little thing at the bottom. This is what happens when you click no on the rules. Okay? It says, thank you for your interest. If you're seeing this, then you refuse to accept the rules for joining the Worldwide Wrestling Network, and you refuse to accept the terms and conditions. Refusing these conditions, you will most likely not be a good fit for the Worldwide Wrestling Network. If you would like to reconsider, hit the previous button and go back. If not, hit next and submit your application so we might be able to keep track of individuals who did express interest in joining our group. Okay? So basically, yes, we know it's a lot. Okay? We know it's a lot. But a lot of thought went into this application. And
a lot of thought go into people's characters.
Yes, because what we're trying to do as a brand, we are trying to help people develop their characters. Now, if you've got a character and it's something that you've had for years, and you want to come in and just be exposed by the Worldwide Wrestling Network, that is great too. We need the experience. Okay? We need that. Okay? But at the same time, we also want to try to help build people who may not have ever thought about coming into the Call brand. People who were like me. Okay? Guys, I have been creating characters all the way back to WWF Warzone.
So have I. But
All right?
you and I both have.
And it's only been in the last 2 years that I have been a part of the greater call community. Okay? And so
you've been involved with that for 2 years. I've been at best lurking.
Yeah.
And for 2 years, I'm just now seriously getting involved with them.
And
after lurking for nearly 2 years.
And what we really, really, really want to do is help people create their brands. We want to use the Worldwide Wrestling Network as a way to help people create their character's gimmick, expand it, try things out, see what works from year to year, from season to season, from story to story if necessary. Okay? So that we can try to do your best so that you can become an interesting character. Okay? Because for me, the biggest part of Call is about the story and the character development. And that's what we really want to try to focus on and try to give people an opportunity to be a part of.
And something that we did not cover, but you just alluded to it. You mentioned the season format.
Yes.
Basically, the way we have things structured, the beginning of the season is the release of whatever current 2K game, or WWE 2K game at this point is what it is. If, before that it was whatever SmackDown versus game THQ was putting out. But we basically begin the season approximately, our general goal is about a month, maybe 6 weeks after release.
About the third or fourth week after release. That's the goal. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't.
Yes. Yeah, well, and a lot of that is your work schedule.
Yes.
You are a full-time teacher during the school year, and that's why I was wanting to allude to this, that we are, aware of your schedule. We are very much more active during the Christmas holidays, during spring break,
and summer.
During the summer, the most active. But you try to do 2 or 3 streams a week.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing at least one WWE game stream a week. Aside from that, we try to wrap things up by Labor Day.
Mm-hmm.
By Labor Day weekend the following year, to A, run a year-end event, B, do any crossover stuff that comes about, like the Worlds Collide show that some of our guys are in, that's coming up. C, to get ready for the next year's game, to find out what is being released on that, to make some plans for that. We very much are planning behind the scenes, even if we're not running a stream.
Exactly. And even though this is the Call application, we need people who are interested in building arenas, people who are interested in helping with title design. We need people who are interested in helping people with logo work. Okay?
Outfit, attire design, that type of stuff.
What we want is to build a community.
Exactly. We've got a moderator who doesn't get to make it into chat as often as he'd like, Caparati, who is in Scotland, who is extremely active with the logo design in Discord and via private message on Twitter. We are in Discord. There is a Facebook page also. You'll have to do that. I don't remember the group. I'm never on Facebook, so he's in the Discord. So with you being in Sardonia, I think I read Naragi. I mean, there's other ways you can be be regular in the community, be active in the community than just being able to chat or make the streams in the channel.
Yeah.
Now that said, you know, yeah, we need characters, we need a lot of stuff to build this community, and we are happy to have people help behind the scenes, even when we're not on stream.